Sure.
Okay, well, I think between the two of us, Pamela, we can watch for incoming.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, hello everybody. It's so nice to see you guys. Carla, Karen. Karen, remind me where you're from, what part of
Columbia,
the
South
country?
Carolina.
Oh, nice. How's the weather out there?
It's beautiful today. Absolutely
Oh,
gorgeous.
okay, you're missing that latest cold blast going up to, yeah, it's further north, I think, of you, right? Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be warmer and next week and then cool off again, but I'm not complaining.
No.
Good, good. You know, what do? We can just sit and knit when it's cold, and it's good. It's quite nice where we are in California, right, Carla?
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
don't know.
nice.
I know. But we knit year round here, at least I do. So good morning. How's everybody doing with their projects? Oh, Carla, she's doing the fingering weight with 144 stitches.
Crazy girl.
I did mention that, and for some reason that stuck with me. I'm like, wow.
I'm stuck, all right.
Well, you've really made progress.
I haven't gotten to it for a couple weeks, but this weekend actually is I'd like to get to the crown, and I'd love to have a discussion what people are doing for the crown if they haven't already. Are they doing double points? Are they doing magic loop? What, is there any hints for when you get to the crown part now that I've got the whole swing of the hat part?
Yeah, for sure.
Carla, are you able to, do you have the pattern memorized?
Not quite.
Not quite.
But each row I get into it and then I don't look at the.
You just have to get oriented and then you're like,
oh, it's the left twist and the right twist. And yeah. It's not too bad. That's why I was telling Josie I really would like to continue on with the cowl and the mitts. It's just amazing what the pattern designer did to create these stitches, and I'd like to keep going and maybe make my first set of mitts using the pattern since I already have the design down.
Yeah. I just talked to her. I tried to get her to come, but she's got something with her little boy, and so she's not able to join us.
Real life. It's okay.
But
does anyone else have it memorized?
Oh, I don't.
Okay, good. I feel so bad.
Oh no, that's why I was wondering, because it's a pretty hard, at least I don't know. I found it difficult to memorize.
Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's when you memorize. I think it's when you just kind of get to the row and you go, oh, okay.
Right.
Because they're almost all what I call action rows.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That big action rows, that first, that one with the special stitch, to me, the knit through the back loops of the three.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of that starting point for the setup of the stitch.
To me, it's the left twist. That's the big row. To me, the first action row is the special stitch because that's only one piece. But then when you get to the left twist and the right twist,
you're doing both slams.
You're doing both. And thank you for the hint about looking at the stitch below if you get lost and figure out. That was
right, those visual cues. This is why the second one I'm working on, which I didn't get very far myself, but it makes it easier and it's actually more fun, I think, the second time around for me. Yeah. How about you, Karen?
On the stitches.
I am sort of frustrated with myself, but I decided I wasn't going to rip it out and start over. I read through all the directions and thought I kind of had a good idea of what to do. And then I got a little bit confused on the left ones and the right ones. And so I was watching some different videos and somehow I missed that you're supposed I think it's the left one that the video shows knitting both stitches, but the instructions say knit one and purl one. And I got about halfway through before I realized I was knitting both the stitches, but I was like, I am not undoing this now.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch the one that we did, Karen? Because
I watched the one that was on the link. With the green yarn.
I think
that's
she
with
watched
the pattern. Oh, did I?
The green yarn?
I can't remember what. I think I did it in this yarn. So you might have. Okay, so I've had comments come through. I think Carla, you also mentioned it. The pattern links to tutorials are not exactly for the pattern. She just linked to generally a right twist and a left twist. And I know that threw off some people because in Jenny's pattern, this pattern, you have to purl and knit after the twist. And the videos show knit and purl or a different sequence, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I did a link. Karen, I'm sorry you didn't see that one. It's on our YouTube, the KnitChats YouTube.
Here, let me find it and put it in the chat.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Because I think I have enough yarn, I'll be able to make another one.
Oh, good. Okay. Yep. It's a tricky little sucker. Those right and left twists.
Well, it's because they're different. You know, I've done right twists and left twists, but again, because you're knitting and then purling and then purling and then knitting, and sometimes you just knit into the stitch, sometimes you move the stitches. It's just a little, you know, it's a variant. There we go. It's a variant of a right twist. Twist.
Thank you, Carla. Yes.
It's tricky.
People were on that left twist. I don't know if this happened to you, but people would tell me, oh, they'd send me pictures because it didn't quite look right. And it would be because they were not slipping those stitches from the right. You know what I mean? From the right, which reverses those two stitches.
Right.
Or like you said, when that one stitch kind of doesn't fully push over to the other side, you know, that.
Yeah, that was the other one. People were, It's so anyway, the one great thing about it is it really forced you to slow down and be in the moment and just focus on the stitch, right? It's not like you can whiz through it. So that, that was the thing I liked about it after a while. It really forced me to slow down.
It's somewhat meditative. I mean, it's not what I would call popcorn knitting. And I like having, and that's another project. I mean, let's not even go down the rat hole of how many whips we all have.
Yeah.
Embarrassed. That's all my living room has in it, little bags everywhere. But I like this because you have to think about it and you don't worry about what else is going on. It's just, I tell people that knitting is my therapy, and it would be cheaper than therapy if it weren't for the price of the yarn. This is a very therapeutic pattern.
Well, you know why? I should ask you, do you feel like it's therapeutic because you have to concentrate so much on each step that your monkey mind doesn't have time to go blah, blah, blah about everything?
No, exactly. But it's not, once you get the hang of it, which isn't too bad. I mean, I watched those other videos that I didn't like multiple times and then kind of, twisted them in my head to make them work. And then Josie's videos were fantastic. I was already a little into it by then. But but it also is not so hard that I just feel like it's going to be one of those Stephen West things where it's going to take me 2 hours to do one row. And why am I even bothering? That's the joy of a hat. Unless you're doing a beret, and I've done that on a size 1, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Eventually, it'll be done. It's also not something that's going to take you, your whole life to do. So.
Because it's a hat.
Yeah, that's why I like hats.
Yeah, exactly. So Karen, I did stick in the chat, I did stick the link to Josie's tutorial that will clear up I'm pretty sure it'll clear up any questions you might have. You might want to save that link.
That's one of the frustrating things for me about Zoom. On Friday afternoons, a group of people that I worked with across the country get together and we sit and knit, but we also chat. and we'll share patterns or one thing or another. And I would think, oh, I can go back in the chat room later, and you can't.
No, they're gone. You'll have to if you just click on it, your browser will open, and then you can just save it until when you're done.
Okay.
Yes, it'll open up in another screen, and then once you log off Zoom, that browser will still be there with the YouTube link. I know.
2 years later, and I'm still learning stuff about Zoom,
I know. So are we.
That's the fun part. And it's still not fun. I've learned, don't do it. There's been patterns I started that I couldn't get the hang of what they were trying to do. And you know what? I don't get paid to do this. If it's not fun, next.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't. I don't have anything to prove to anybody.
Thank you.
I'm doing this for fun.
Yeah. Speaking of fun, still on the pattern. So what do you ladies think as far as what you top it with, so to speak, especially in my itty bitty yarn? I was thinking a pom-pom.
You mean like a yarn pom?
A yarn pom-pom, because I'll have enough left over. I mean, I'm 3/4 done. I'll have plenty.
And because it's fingering, the palm will be nice and fuzzy. It won't be so,
that's why I was thinking a big faux fur or real fur might be overpowering for fingering weight.
It might.
Yeah, it could. It could be. I mean, I like yarn poms too, but have you made them before, Carla, the yarn?
I want Alexa to do it. Or actually, I renamed Alexa. Alexa is Ziggy, and Ziggy is the guy because I want a manservant, but Ziggy can't do it either.
I know. Well,
I don't like making them, to be honest, but I can. Yeah, I have all the I have a bunch of little tools. It's just not a favorite thing. That's all.
My little tip for palms, and I don't like making them either, but I have those clover ones that make it.
Yeah, you get those? I have them, but I've never really messed with them. Does those work better than some of the ones that are just basically a fork, with tines?
Oh, you could do the fork, or I have a cardboard template that I use too, and the old-fashioned way. Just wrap more than you need.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice little tool.
Yeah, and I made some. In fact, I made a video and posted it a few weeks back, making one on this. And what I did was I cut out a little piece of cardboard, like about this, or actually two pieces of cardboard like this. And after I wrapped and tied, then I smashed the cardboard. I don't have it right here, but maybe this is how you do it. I took the palm. How do I describe this? I took the palm and I put a cardboard here and a cardboard here.
Yeah.
Smashed it.
And then you can cut around the cardboard.
Cut around it. And then I did the opposite way, smashed it and cut around it again. And it was pretty.
That's round enough.
Yeah. Especially I think with fingering you might be able to shape it easier than if you have just a few. I mean, if the strands are larger and there aren't so many of them.
Yeah.
You might be like you cut one strand and you've got a divot or something, but I think with fingering you do better. I don't know. I'm no expert.
I tell you what, I'll give it a shot, and I will let you ladies know. I'm also tempted to, and we'll see, because I did this with the shawl I'm working on. It's actually a popcorn knit, where I have some all metallic thread. Ooh. And throw some of that into the pom-pom. Mm-hmm. I need some gold. This would be pretty. But I have one I'm doing in blues and purples, and I have this purple metallic yarn. It ends up, I checked it, it's actually fingering weight, and that's what the shawl is. So I did one lace row in purple metallic.
Oh my gosh.
I'll put it on KnitChats. Sorry, I detract from what is this. This was a great idea. I want to keep going and do the mitts and have them help me with the thumb gusset.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll be here.
Yeah, so I'm using the mermaid yarn. I don't know if that's what you're using or not. And I was afraid that if I made the pom-pom out of the same yarn, that it would just get lost in, there's so many colors. But I think if I had a solid color pom-pom, I might like that better.
Oh,
Right.
now there's
Oh,
an
like
idea.
a beautiful mermaid.
I could
Hold
do
it up,
that
Karen.
too.
Are you working on it now?
Yes.
Oh,
That colorway is so pretty.
can you show?
Wow.
I
Oh,
don't know
look
if
at
you can
that.
see.
That is gorgeous.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow. Gosh, there's purple in there that I
Mhm.
see. Wow.
Yeah.
Purple and
Oh, there it
aqua,
is.
and
Oh, wow, that's gorgeous.
I really like the yarn. I don't remember what I was looking for and found the yarn, and that's how I found your shop, was through the
Oh,
yarn,
I
and
see.
kind of went from there. But yeah, well, the other thing I like about this yarn is it's very elasticy, I guess is the best way to describe it. There's a lot of give to it. I really like this a lot.
Which do you have, Karen? Do you have the 100% merino or do you have the merino cashmere blend?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. I think 100% merino.
Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. This right here is the same colorway in Dream in Color has come out with a new fiber. I don't know if you can see, it's still worsted, but it's a heavier worsted than what you're working with. And it's not super wash, so it's a little fluffier. I don't know if we can see.
yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
can see.
this is what Gilda, I don't know where she is. I thought she was going to join. This is what Gilda made her Granger out of, was this one. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
if you all are in the Dizzy Knitter group. She posted it there.
Is that a
Well,
Facebook thing?
Pardon?
Is the
I'll tell you
group a
what
Facebook thing?
Yeah, it's just, yeah, if you just go to
Yeah.
just look for the Dizzy Knitter group and
Yeah.
I'll let you in.
No worries.
So Carla, I didn't know if we wanted to talk about the crown.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I don't know. I'm a double point person, so I just always finish my hats off with double points. What about you?
Yeah, same.
Oh, okay.
But I was reading somewhere actually when I was cruising videos, and I didn't watch it. I saw a video about how to change, and this is what kind of gave me the idea about how to change from your, these are your 16-inch circs, about how to change to those to magic loop and put your stitches on magic loop and finish off the top of the hat that way, which got me curious, but I don't know how brave I am. Maybe if I make a second one of these, because yeah, I'm a double point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge adjustment. Are you familiar with magic loop already?
I've done entire hats in magic loop. It just didn't occur to me to go for, when I do a 16, I always finished on double points. It didn't occur to me to switch to magic loop for the crown if I was just doing this, but if I'm not familiar, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
always
can do that. Yeah. Oh,
I always
Pamela, are
do.
you magic looper?
Yeah, I always do. I always switch from the 16-inch circulars to magic.
Okay.
And yeah.
How difficult is it to do that transition, the first transition from the one set of needles to the other?
Well, I mean, Josie,
I'll watch it.
Probably tell. I just take the needle off the non-working end.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes I put a cap on it, so that it doesn't slide off.
Right.
I just put one of those little black
caps. And then you do your
on.
first row.
Yeah, and then I just start knitting, and I knit one round, and then when I get to the end, I take it off. I don't know. Is that how you're supposed to do it, Josie? That's how I do it. And
yeah,
there's videos.
Yeah,
I mean, sure everyone has different.
It just is simple, to just do your last round on a longer cable.
Yeah, depending on the hat, I'll do the whole thing in magic loop. This one, because I'm not familiar with the pattern and I started out with 16 inches and double points, I just said, okay, well, I'll do what I know I'm comfortable with. And then
Sure.
Really easy hats, I do all of them, the whole thing in magic loop.
Well, I know, Carla, you're thinking of doing the mitts next. I mean, you should
either that or the cowl
on magic loop. You can just, because fingerless mitts, you're going to have to do a small circumference. So you can do that on Magic Loop.
That'd be good because I've never done anything on double points other than finishing a hat. And I'm not ready to do knits. I suppose I could, and it can't be that difficult.
Or they have the small 9-inch circulars.
I tried those and I have trouble. There's not enough space.
Needle. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I can't describe it, but I can't hold on to them. I can't grip enough.
Yeah.
There's not enough needle there or something.
Yes.
I bought 2. I should put those on Ravelry, and I couldn't get used to them. But I know.
Yeah.
All right.
Karen, how do you knit small circumferences?
Well, I kind of use Magic Loop for a while, and then I end up the last couple of rows going to double point.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know that's my total default. I just go to double point.
Yeah.
Although, has anybody tried those new flexi flips? Not so new, but anymore.
No,
but
not.
Flexi Flips by Addie, and I think Haya now has a version of those. So they're similar. It's sort of a cross between Magic Loop and double points.
Oh, that's what they are.
But you eliminate one of, so if you were knitting on double points, you're knitting with one less needle. In fact, let me go grab some and I'll just show you. Because it took me a while. I will knit with those actually.
Oh.
And I like them.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see. Hi, Gilda. You sound like you're on the road and you're muted and you're non-videoed, but hello. Carla, where are you located?
I am in San Diego.
That's right. I remember that from last week, or I didn't remember, but I was familiar with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I moved here in October of last year, and I still don't know anybody, but that's what Zoom is for.
Oh, really? What called you to San Diego?
Oh, let's see. You know, how many life stressors can you have in the course of COVID? Divorce, moving to be closer to the family. Dad's 91. Where's the work office? You know, where can I afford? But we had a heat wave. It was 89 last weekend, so I made cookies.
Wow. You know, Carla, my mother-in-law, it's her 90th birthday today, and we're going to go to a gathering. So
cool.
She's a good 90.
Wow.
Healthy. And, you know, I mean,
wonderful.
She's a good 90. How's your dad?
You know, he has a mirage of health problems, but he's mentally all there. He can take care of himself. My sister lives with him, which has come in handy more than once, but he's all there. Very, very blessed.
That's fantastic.
So I just want to, it is.
That's great.
So I'm still trying to find all of the yarn stores, because that's important, right? I mean, forget friends. So I'm teasing. That's actually the opposite of truth. Apricot yarns is beautiful. Oh, hi, Gilda.
Excuse talking. Oh, sorry.
Uh-oh, she sounds like Gilda, you sound like you're in it's Starbucks or something.
Oh.
All right, guys.
That's what I need.
Here are the Flexi Flips.
Oh, yeah.
These are by Addie, but I know that I think Haya also has these. So there's 3 in a set, and it's so it's like I don't know, 3-inch needles, and there's a small cable in between. And shoot, I have a pair of socks that I'm knitting with these, but so you use 2 of these and you cast your stitches on 2 of the needles, and then you have your 3rd one, which is what you're actually knitting with. And so similar to double points, you're knitting onto the 3rd needle.
Mm-hmm. But you only have 2, not 3.
It's these are flexible so that your stitches are just
so
like this.
Okay, that's what I was trying to imagine. Okay.
Yes.
So it's like you have 4 double needles, kind of.
Yeah.
And then you're knitting with the 5th.
Right. And so they just feel good in your hands. The thing is, you're still shifting them around like you would on magic loop. But you know, I like it probably better than magic loop.
Okay.
But anyway.
I've heard both. I mean, I've seen, because thanks to this group, I cruise Ravelry to find things. And some people are selling them because they don't like them. Others are looking for them. It seems like a mixed bag. But hey, I did pick up some 3 40-inch signature cords for including the size 3. So if I found them on Ravelry. So thank you. That was you, Josie. Somebody told me to go on Ravelry looking for equipment.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I know. Ravelry's good.
So
and
anyway.
I hated them when I first tried them. I'm
Did
like,
you?
no
Okay.
way. And then I tried, someone says, well, try the bigger one. So like for sleeve cuffs or for sleeves.
Yeah.
I used it in a worsted weight, and I like them a lot better than the little sock needles that I was using.
Okay.
So, you know, it's worth a try, right? I love to try new things. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Could be for, where is Gilda? Hi, Gilda. I don't know. We've got a nice view of a parking lot somewhere.
I have to show you ladies what Gilda and I made the other day.
Oh. Here, I will spotlight you, Pamela. Let's see what this is.
Oh, pretty.
We knitted
the felted bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, share the pattern, please.
Okay. Okay. And cute. I use it as a little yarn bowl, and I can't tell you how excited I am about it. To me, it looks like a piece of pottery or you know, I don't know. I'm just thrilled with it.
I love it.
But Gilda did a little video, and I'll put it together. I've got to edit it and you know, get it cleaned up on how to do this, and I'll have a pattern with it and whatnot, and I'll have it up on the site, and I'll be posting the links to it. So anyway, so much fun. I'm a huge fan, and when Gilda came, she gave me a bunch of tips on how to really felt so that it's faster and it really works well, in my opinion. You know, everybody says machine felt, and for me, that just didn't do it the way it turned out, like this, whereas it was sort of felted, but you can see the top still curls, and it just didn't, you know, you can still see the stitch definition left a little bit. But with the tips that Gilda gave,
that's very different.
Yeah, it really finished it out beautifully, and I can't tell you how handy it is to use them as a yarn bowl, because like when I traveled a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago or something, and they, you know, since they're soft, you can just pop them in your bag, and you've still got your yarn contained, and especially if this portion has kind of collapsed in on itself a little bit, it still stays nice without dragging along. I mean, you're not going to drag along a ceramic yarn bowl or something.
No.
So anyway, that's my latest project. I had so much fun. I just can't tell you how much this silly little bowl, how happy it makes me.
No, I get it.
Oh, totally get it.
It's important. It's a personal victory.
It is. It is. Yeah.
I can't wait to see a video on it. I mean, the trick, that's a whole other sort of, you know, fiber adventures.
Yeah.
How it felt. I mean, I love it, and I've had little success and some disasters. So
see, and anyway, Gilda is the felting queen at this point. Aren't you, Gilda? You're still on mute. Are you on mute?
What yarn was that? I loved that yarn.
this is 2 skeins of Curion. So I held them double, and pretty much, I mean, I could have knit, I think I'm going to, this size bowl is nice, but I think I'm going to, I kind of looked at some other patterns and put together the pattern. I think I want it a little bit tighter, just so that when the yarn starts collapsing. So the beauty about this pattern is it starts from here. And so you can stop whenever you want for the size of the base, and then you can stop wherever you want as far as how tall you want it. So you can sort of, it's kind of a decide as you choose your adventure as you go. You're not locked in. It's not like you have to cast on so many stitches for this size bowl and less stitches for another size bowl. So yeah, I'll put the pattern up, and yeah, I'll
great.
Get
so
Jill
Curion is still in stock, right? It's Curion Air that was discontinued.
Yeah, Curion. Let's see. This is obviously, and you can use Curion Air, and I still have, it's discontinued, but I still do have a modest supply of Curion Air, that if you're looking for that, and it works beautifully. I would recommend, I mean, this isn't a tutorial on how to felt, but I would recommend using thicker, like I was a lot happier when I knit it with double or knit it with Curion Air, because of the fact that it just made for the felting, just made for a thicker, more substantial bowl. Yeah,
not as floppy.
But yeah, I've got, and you can see with how much I have left, I could have made two, so I think I can make 2 smaller yarn bowls, the actual size that I want to make them. Anyway,
nice.
That was just our little fun adventure this week. We had fun splashing in the hot water, huffing and puffing, and laughing at how tired
getting totally wet.
Gilda, first thing, okay, get this, guys. First thing she does, we're like, the camera is about ready to push record, and Gilda's putting on her gloves, and she drops the glove in the water and completely soaks the inside of her glove.
Oh, nice. Of course, as you're about to record.
Yeah. Oh,
too fun. So you guys didn't use a washing machine?
No, I think this works better, don't you? I think by hand works much better.
Yeah, and you get some, burn some calories probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely needs some muscles.
Yeah, and the hotter the water, the easier it is. The hotter the water, I don't know if it relaxes the fibers. I don't know, scientifically what's happening, if it relaxes the fibers and allows them to meld better or something.
Right.
But I found that worked really well. Anyway, we had fun. It's going to be a fun video.
I came in late, but did anybody else have trouble with this pattern?
Sure. What pattern?
This Granger Toque. I ripped probably 10 times, 6 inches. It's like I get into this thing, and then I was ready to send it back to Jenny Noto. In fact, the whole time I text her, I said, I hate this. I love you, but I hate this. I said, I've loved all your patterns, but I hate this one. I mean, I was just, and then it just clicked, and then I loved it, and then I loved it and sailed through. I've done 2 more, so I've done 3 now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You've probably knit about 10 hats.
Oh my gosh, I'll be lucky to finish 1. You're my hero.
Yeah, I just, I wasn't going to give up. I was like a dog and a bulldog. I mean, I just thought, I mean, the problem was I could never, that's why I had to keep ripping back to the brim, because I could never figure out where I was. And, once you rip, and I don't know, but
Josie kind of gave us that touchstone, to where we know where we can,
I know.
Kind of read it better,
You really learned to read your knitting.
It did help. But then I got you know, I want to start over and just master this. Or, oh, I felt like I really grew up. I described it as I felt like, I told Jenny, I said, I felt like I delivered a baby when I finished, and I went out to the world to brag about it, and nobody cared.
Oh.
And then Jenny said, "You're so dramatic." I'm in sales, you know.
Oh, that's why you're so good with the one-liners. Excellent.
We care, Gilda. We care.
We
Yeah,
do
right.
care.
Absolutely.
We do. I want to see the other ones. Don't forget to post them on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Facebook. Yeah.
I will. Yep.
Okay. Yes, for sure.
Did you?
Yeah, piece of cake. The third time was a piece of cake.
Gilda, did you do different yarn weights? And if so, did you have a preference?
Bulky. The bulkiest you can find. Bulky takes just like, I don't know, 4 hours. Bulky was fast.
Yeah.
I didn't try super bulky because I didn't have any. But bulky. Yeah. Bulky is the answer.
Oh, thanks for that. Everybody else.
She's doing fingering.
144 stitches because I keep repeating it. Everybody knows.
Oh, okay. I did a worsted, and that turned out beautiful too.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely going to try this in a different, a heavier weight. But
they all look so different. Like
the weight, the yarn,
depends on the yarn, the color, it really can look like a completely different hat from if you look on the Ravelry pages. Really, you know, it's weird.
Well, I think that's one of the neat things about this pattern is that you almost can't go, I don't know if it's true, but you almost can't go wrong with what yarn you pick.
No, It looks good in everything. Because
I've made the mistake of the wrong yarn with the project and finished the whole thing. And then of course it was a hat and realized. So in this case, I was so nervous about exactly that. I went somewhere where I could talk to someone and show them the pattern. Because I wanted to do a multicolor thing, but the last time I did that, I had trouble with pooling.
Well, that's the beauty about Dream in Color yarn.
Okay, talk to me.
Well, it's hand dyed. And it comes, I keep showing that one, but here's some options. Oh, here's a real favorite.
Now remember, I'm colorblind, so describe it to me.
Oh, okay.
See, that's a tough one. That one's hard for me. The one on top, I'm like, huh? Cream?
Can't see the top. Can you see this one better?
No, that's just as bad. But you can describe it, the colors, and I'll understand it when I see it. Because I look for tones.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I get black.
Yeah, black. Well, this is green and purple with some light ecru and a slight gold and purple.
Oh, but it won't pool?
And they resist pooling. They won't guarantee that they don't pool at all. Let me show you though a sweater, a little baby sweater I knit. And you will be able to see the color distribution, I believe. Oh, I can show you this one too.
I love show and tell.
I know, me too.
I don't have to grow up.
Oh, cute.
Oh,
yeah. See, that's what I like when it's just little flecks of, you know, and that's a nice effect.
It is.
So see, that didn't pool. No. And here's another little scarf. I'm going to put this up too. This is a free pattern, and one skein makes the whole thing, and you can see.
Super cute. That's a popular one.
And it doesn't pool. No, it doesn't.
No, I mean, it does have different.
Yeah, but it's different.
You know, the owner dyer at Dream in Color actually explained to me why their stuff doesn't pool. Do you think remember why? No.
Yeah, the colors that they have. The color that Josie's working on, you could hold that one up too. That's not pooling.
No, it has the little flecks in it.
Oh.
It's hard to know. I mean, this might be hard for you guys to see. Karen, you can see this.
Maybe you can spotlight Josie. Can you spotlight Josie?
It's very.
I think she is, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah, she is. And that color is custom to my shop. The beachcomber, the color that Josie has is custom, but you can see it, you know, it doesn't pull. I mean,
no,
they're amazing.
Sure. It's so hard to know though. I don't know. You never know. And I think it also depends on the pattern you're knitting.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're knitting, you know, something where there's a lot of stitches across or around versus shorter rows and rounds.
This is a Dream in Color.
See, I love that. Oh,
that's stunning.
See, that's this Riley, right?
Okay,
right.
I'll be in touch. I have to have that in my stash because
now this isn't out yet. I don't have any of this. This isn't. Do you know when that they're going to put this for sale? Do you know when I can get any of this, Jilda?
When I can order it. When I mean, anytime you can get it. We just have to order it. I just have to just take your order.
Oh, really? They're selling it now?
Yep.
Oh, I thought I asked you this a couple days ago.
Week. Right.
Oh, okay.
They can do it.
Okay, they can do it now. All right. Well, I will
pre-order.
Okay, I will put in an order. And you want, and mermaid shoes is like I sell probably
I'll
10 or 20 to 1 of mermaid shoes.
I will trust being the crazy colorblind person. I will trust your judgment.
Absolutely.
I do that. I usually shop with a friend who's also a yarnist so that she can tell me like, okay, Carla, these are the colors. And
wow. So do you have any favorite colors?
Oh yeah. Amethyst.
Ah.
My whole coffee setup here is an Italian espresso machine with custom amethyst panels sides.
Oh, I'm jealous.
TMI, but when I moved, I took very little with me. Long story.
Yeah.
And the one thing I've done for myself, besides the fact that, by the way, how many movers have you heard say, ma'am, you have a lot of yarn? That was
mine said that. Mine definitely said that.
Did you see it when I was moving? That was actually the funny part of it. Ma'am, you have a lot of yarn. I treated myself. This thing is made in Italy, drop shipped to New York, where they unbox it, bench test it, customize the panels, pack it back up, and ship it out here to California. And forget Starbucks.
Yeah.
Well, I have an espresso maker, but it doesn't have custom amethyst panels, and now I loved my espresso maker, and now I want one.
Now.
You know, the other thing about Riley is this. I unraveled this literally 6 inches 10 times,
and it's still.
And I called the dyer, Dream in Color, and I said, I can't believe how it has stayed. It has stayed like as if it's brand new, even though it got ripped so many times and redone. And she said it all had to do. I had an hour lecture on. It all had to do with the way it spun. That it spun so well. This mill is so good that it has to do with the spinning because it's a single ply.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's a single ply yarn.
Single ply yarn, and it didn't get.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Fuzzy. It didn't get. I mean, it's amazing.
It didn't stretch. It didn't pink. I mean, I was reading posts about how if you rip out a lot of yarn, you have to wash it and reset it. I was like, oh, I can't even imagine.
Right.
Right. I can't. No.
Well, that's amazing for a single ply because. Single ply tends to pill, and the more you touch it and work it and get that friction.
No pill. Yeah, this is as original. I did nothing to it, and it's amazing.
Wow.
So
it's
how
amazing.
Much? What's the yardage on a hank? Oh well, it depends on what.
230. Here, hold on. Let me pull it out.
Now is that
no
worsted?
220?
220. Is that worsted?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, 220.
Yeah.
On a size 7.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, and you said it's more on the thicker side of worsted?
Well, no, I'd say
perfect worsted.
It's just it's just a perfect, nice worsted.
Okay.
You know what? I misspoke before. I thought it wasn't a superwash, but now I'm looking at the tag. It says superwash. Is it?
It's superwash.
It is superwash for some
No,
reason.
That's just the merino wool. But you had mentioned something, and maybe this is a different yarn that had a wool and cashmere blend.
Yeah,
she was working on.
That is this is the wool and cashmere,
right? That's what I have.
And that's
do you like it, Josie?
I love it.
See, I would make a hat for myself with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. It would be that, or if you're going to do the cowl,
a cowl
to your
neck.
neck.
That'd be nice.
Or socks. Socks. I would love a pair of socks in this.
Ooh, I'd never leave the house. Oh, I don't leave the house anyway.
None of us do. None of us does, Carla.
Yeah.
You know, I'm beginning to see if I get along with all of you so well.
Yeah.
So next time when I'm drinking my martini, no one's going to complain.
No one.
Because right now I'm wearing, I have a mug that says, this was a gift. It says, just pour my coffee, hand me my knitting, and back away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
I love that.
From someone.
I've never seen that one.
I think it's by, I don't know. I recognize it's Knit Happy is on the back is the trademark. So I think that's
okay.
It's just, it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I have an X-rated, not X-rated, but I have one where it's.
Well, those are even better.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I have t-shirts and they say things that definitely should not be said, but you know what? They're all in French. It works beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
I can get away with so much, but I enjoy the ones that I can take to work and not, when I am.
That's suitable for work. Yeah.
Yes. I have stitch markers, as you know, that are definitely not suitable for work. In fact, I'll go plug her. She's a needle runs through it, Latina woman in Los Angeles.
Yes. She's got great things.
I have one of her, actually, this is one of her project bags. And I won it at Stitches 2 years ago.
You did?
Yeah. I never win anything, so now I can't say that anymore. It's really a cute fabric that's all about coffee. But she's got some stitch markers that are very not politically correct, and I love them. They're just
so. Karen, let's see, have we seen your Granger yet?
Yes, it's in that pretty mermaid.
I don't know if you can see it, if I've got it too close.
There we go. Yeah. So did we determine the crown question? I can't remember.
I think so. I mean, we've had discussions, but most people, tend to double point it. And I just bought a set of 3s because I didn't have them. So I'll probably do that. But once I go through it, I'm going to try the 16-inch to magic loop for the second one. But for the first one, I'm going to do double points just because that's what I know. And I looked at the decreases. They're actually really easy. There's nothing to them. In fact, it's only 7 rows, which makes me think, is the hat kind of flat on top when you finish it?
No, it looks like.
Well, that's not too bad. But I'm wondering if the yarn weight will change that. We'll find out. I'll let you know.
Yeah. It's a pretty crown. The crown.
Oh no, it looks pretty, but sometimes when there's 24 stitches left. No, it won't be bad, especially in fingering. 24 stitches is nothing.
Yeah. I've told Jenny that she's probably one of 3 or 4 designers that finishes the crown. A lot of times the designers, they just have you knit 2 together, knit 2 together, knit. They don't have you finish.
You notice that I've changed those. I actually got to the point where I modify them a little, right? Because if that's all you do, I don't like the top.
Right.
And I've ended up in some cases continuing a pattern where they want you to cut it off early. I'll go a few more rounds to clean it up. I don't like it. That's interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Makes me nuts. It makes me nuts. I mean, there was one pattern that was so popular, $13 hat pattern.
Whoa.
Yeah, for one size. And I said, and I of course bought the pattern because it was the rage. And it finished so poorly. I went, this is not worth $1,
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm going to show you Jenny's, oh, this isn't.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
Have you guys seen her other patterns? I mean,
Yes.
there's just a lot of inspiration with
After the last
yarns
meeting.
she used.
Oh my gosh.
Great ones.
Look at this one, Tentacula.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Put
Pamela,
her
I'll highlight.
spotlight. I've got to see that. Oh my gosh.
So tell us about that, Gilda. I had noticed it. How did you use 2 yarns?
I used 2 different color yarns, yeah.
And is it clear on where you put in the plain blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has 2 versions. So you can, one is just the all over and one is the contrast.
It would definitely be a lot easier with just 1 color. Definitely doing 2.
Let's see, Gilda, I'm sorry. Can you hold it up again? I just love it.
Oh, it's so fun.
Cool.
Yeah, I've never had trouble with any of her patterns until Granger. I mean, Jenny says I have knitted more of her patterns than anybody in the country, in the world. I have knitted at least 100 hats, at least easily 100 hats of Jenny's. Yeah.
I was just so impressed that for the price of the pattern, how much, because I went ahead and, $6. So what? 3 different, for this 3 different items,
practically
sizes for everything. That's just unheard of in a designer. I'm really, was really impressed.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I thought she lived in Southern California, but I had DM'd her. But she's where?
In Cerritos.
Yeah, she grew up there, right? And then now she's in a cold state.
Yeah, then she went to undergrad and graduate school out of the state.
And stayed there.
Right.
Yeah.
And remind me, Pam, where are you and Gilda located?
I'm in Ventura, just south of Josie.
Oh, way up there. Yeah, right. You're right in the middle between the 2 of us. Oh, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gilda's in Los Angeles, which is
okay.
So we're all just bing up the coast.
We are. I was thinking about that. Actually, I took the train to work on Thursday. I went from went to Old Town San Diego and took the train to Irvine.
Yeah, I've taken the train from Ventura to San Clemente. That was a fun trip.
Oh, sure, that would work.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Yeah. Yeah, the Coast Starlight or the
Pacific Surfliner.
Pacific Surfliner.
I think that's the Pacific. I'm not sure because I know Pacific Surfliner ends in Los Angeles and then you have to change trains wherever you're going. Because I meet a lot of people on the train that actually live in San Diego. They don't have to be in the office in the time and they work in LA and they take the train all the way to Los Angeles.
Oh, I'm going to hold up. I don't know if you guys can see that crown.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, here, what am I doing? Yeah, that crown, and I can find another picture that shows it from the top, from the top down. And yeah, it's just beautiful.
That is a cool pattern.
Her patterns,
that Wigan tree. I just started that one too.
Yeah, that one will be up in my shop in just probably tomorrow.
All right, Josie, I'm keeping my KnitChats helpline subscription because if I'm going to do all these.
That's fantastic.
Hey, Karen, do you have a local yarn shop near you?
Well, not really. I end up going to Charlotte to the Fiber Studio at Yarns to Die For. That's probably my go-to local yarn store. It's about
Charlotte.
I'm sorry?
You're in Charlotte?
I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, but I'm only about an hour and 15 minutes from Charlotte.
There's a store in Columbia. There's 2 of them.
Well, one of them closed during COVID. And the other one I haven't I haven't been out to yet.
Okay.
I need to go. Long story short, I retired in January last year. And so there was something I wanted to do knitting. I forget what it was now. And we had gone to Charlotte for the day, and I ended up at Yarns to Die For and just really died for their yarns. I mean, they're just gorgeous. And so I've bought a lot from her, but I also have bought a lot from Expression Fiber Arts. They're all online.
Right.
Yes, she is lovely. I love her videos.
They are so good.
Are you guys familiar with her? She's
Yeah.
amazing. She's darling too.
Her yarns all like a lot of them have stories behind them, you know, and she just has some stuff you just can't find anyplace else. But I always like to go and touch it and feel it and look at it. That's the one drawback to her yarns, because it's all online.
Sure. Yeah, she gosh, a few years ago I came across her because she was a spinner and I was learning how to spin at the time. And I think that's why she has this sort of organic appreciation for yarn. I'm not surprised that she came out with her own yarn. Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah. And then I was, like I said, I was looking for, I don't even remember what I Googled now, and found this Dream in Color mermaid shoes, but you were out of it at the time. And I kept going back and going back. I bought a couple of other patterns, you know, and then when the knit along came along and the I think you sent an email that said you had the mermaid shoes, and I was like, yes.
That is, I sell 10 or 15 to 1 of mermaid shoes.
I bet.
I can see why it's a popular colorway. Yeah.
Pam, I just texted you my contact info so we can get that order together whenever. I put it on chat to you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Just FYI.
I have to run. I've got to run, but I want to
it's about time, actually.
Okay. Bye, Gilda. Good to see you.
Bye.
We're going to wrap it up pretty soon anyway. I believe we're already coming to our hour.
Do you know if Dream in Color makes a variegated that's only greens?
Well, I tell you what I can do for you. Hold on one second.
You mean like green tones, Karen?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, green is so pretty. I've been into green this past year. I just some rich, gorgeous greens.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Even I can see those colors. Spotlight,
oh my gosh. Are those just your sample, sort of sample skeins, like colors?
Yeah, these are sample skeins. So Karen, holler stop if you see something that you...
Let's highlight her. Can you see her, you guys? Let's see.
No, I see you. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh. What I'm making, my grandson loves knitting. And he asked me the other day if I would make him a green and black hat. And I found one that has dinosaurs that you do in color work. So I was looking for something that looks like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh, that's really close.
So cute.
Is that like an emerald green?
Yeah.
A little lighter than that.
It's almost grass green.
Got it. Okay.
I think that's grass green. Now this one here, Karen, this is a little more olivey.
Ooh.
That's gorgeous. Oh.
What's the name of that one?
Scorched Lime. This is I don't carry this, but I'm about ready to put in an order. So I can put in an order at any time. And it's quite possible that Scorched Lime is one that they can send me right away. There are certain ones that they keep. Now, did you want it variegated? Because this one here might look kind of dinosaur-y and sort of slight.
What kind of dinosaur, Karen?
It's It's got like a brontosaurus, and then I think it's got a stegosaurus. And the yarn that they used in the pattern is like the really, really, really skinny yarn. And I'm probably going to make it out of a like a DK weight, maybe. But
oh, that's gorgeous.
Wow.
I like that one.
This one might be your best because they call these tonal. You know, they're not quite solid, but they're almost.
Yeah. And that's the scorched lime.
Yeah, this is scorched lime. What weight are you looking for?
DK, I think you mentioned.
Well, I think the pattern is written in DK. So probably DK, or it's a Fair Isle labeled pattern. But I think if I used a little thicker yarn, I could just cut off one of the dinosaurs.
Wait, is this a toy dinosaur, or is it like a Fair Isle? How is that working?
It's I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's not like the bands. The pattern has like the dinosaur, and then like a palm tree, and then like a stegosaurus, and they did like a variegated blue and white that looks like the sky behind these olive green dinosaurs, but he wanted black, and I thought, well, I can just do a black background and put the green dinosaurs, you know, and I think it will look okay, because he's only 4, so you know,
is it like on a blanket or something?
I'm sorry,
is it a blanket design you're doing?
it's let me see, where did I get that pattern? Let me see if I can get in my Ravelry. I'll tell you where it's from.
Okay. For a 4-year-old, how fun.
He cracks me up. He calls it soft yarn, and he'll say, Nana, can you make me something out of soft yarn?
Oh. So here is the black pearl.
Oh, let's see. I'll spotlight.
So you can see.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That right, Karen, having a green that pops. Oh, that'll look.
Ooh, that's
pretty.
Perfect.
That's a lot of contrast. If I can see it, it's really neat. Is that like almost a going on silver in the black, or?
Well, it's tonal, so it has.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is pretty dark, though.
Well, and that's kind of, I think, what I had in mind, so that the pictures of the dinosaurs would come out. It's
right. It wouldn't just all be a dark blob.
We're gonna look at Karen's pulling up the pattern so we can.
It's on Ravelry. It's called Stranded Dinosaur Beanie. I was trying to see who.
Here, I'll
by Joan Rowe.
Stranded dinosaur. Beanie, you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's see.
In Joan's garden.
Wow. Okay, I'll share a screen.
Oh, there. Wow.
Did you see it? Let's here we go.
Oh, that's just really cute for a 4-year-old.
Whoa.
Super cute.
Wow. Oh yeah, that would work with those colors you picked out.
Yeah, with black in the background. Oh, that is very boyish. That would be great.
Well, good. I'll send you an email about that yarn as soon as we get off. But I just thought that was so cute.
Just adorable. Yeah.
Very cute.
Oh, look at those sunsetty colors.
That looks pretty.
Fun.
Fun.
Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Fun. Jurassic Sunset is the name of this one. Okay, yeah, that's great, Karen. Fun.
Ready? All right, ladies. I got to get back on my special stitch here. So try to finish this.
I'm terrible at talking and knitting. I'm just a disaster. I just can't.
Oh, I ended up looking down at one point and I had 2 special stitches in a row. I'm like, well, no wonder that last one was so hard to do. So
yeah, and this one is not a talking, and yeah,
it's not popcorn knitting.
It's not.
No.
Thank you, Carla. Not popcorn knitting.
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's good. But ladies, thank you so much. It was so much fun.
Oh, I know, ladies. I had such a nice time. Thank you, Josie.
Oh, Yay. Thank you, Pamela. Good to see you, Karen and Carla.
Good to see you too.
Nice and intimate and fun. We can all kind of chit chat and catch up. And I don't know, what are we thinking? What are we thinking about a next meetup? Or I'd love to, you know, Carla, you're going to keep going.
Oh yeah, I'll be done. I'll finish by the end of the month. That's my whole life. I get Monday off. I'm all about this hat this weekend.
Oh right, it's a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, I know how to plan well.
All right. Well, stay tuned, everybody. We'll see what happens when our next one is scheduled.
Okay.
You guys are good with the Saturdays?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that works out well. Yeah.
I like it because I still work for a living, so. Sure.
Yeah, Saturdays are more relaxing too for me and Pamela. I think that's probably the same for you. We can get together.
You have a wonderful time, Josie, today with your family and celebrating your mother-in-law's birthday.
Yay. Oh, neat.
It'll be great. It'll be nice to see each other. Yep. Thank you.
All right, ladies.
All right. Have a great day.
Take
care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.